Well, despite my last name, I am actually a not so great gardener. I wouldn't say I'm a terrible gardener, but I love the idea of gardening, but very often I don't like weeding or putting the time into it. And so today I thought we could talk about how your design business is like a garden. And I do have friends, and actually my mom is a master gardener, who love gardening. And there are really essential things you have to do in order to make sure that, your plants are going to live or produce fruit or whatever else, okay? So let's just start off with a story. So at the time of recording this, we're at the end of summer, and last year I bought a peach tree. So I bought this peach tree towards the end of summer, like I'm sure in July. I was like, wait, we should have peaches. Where can we put it? And we have a huge backyard for Utah, and we just I bought this peach tree and had no idea where I was going to put it in my yard. And you guys, I recognize that it only takes 2 or 3 years that a peach tree will get big and get crazy and stuff. But I'm just like, I bought this little peach tree and it's going to be fine. Like, I'm going to find a place for it. Well, the place I decided to put it, we have an old tree that doesn't produce leaves. It's pretty dead. And so we had to wait to find someone to come and cut it down and remove the trunk so we could put this peach tree in its place. Well, we couldn't get anyone out, and summer turns into fall, fall turns into winter, and I had completely forgotten about this peach tree. So it's sitting in its own bucket next to the dead tree out in my backyard. And I just forgot about it, and I just figured it was dead. That thing, there is no way. We're in Utah. And I was like, for sure the snow killed it. It has been sitting in a bucket. It doesn't have strong roots. I have killed this peach tree, and it's on me. And by the way, the dead tree was still not out. So spring comes around, and I look over. It's pretty far away in my yard. So I kind of look over from my door, and I look at it, and I kind of squint, and I'm like, wait, there are leaves on that peach tree. That has got to be, something's wrong. So I walk out to it barefoot, because I'm a barefoot kind of girl when it comes to my backyard. I walk out to it and I look at it, and it is fully bloomed. It is totally alive. No thanks to me, by the way. And I just thought, oh my gosh, I got lucky. I have a second chance here to make this peach tree live. So I immediately get on it. My husband finds someone to come cut down the tree, get out the trunk, and then I assigned my husband. I probably should have done it myself, but I assigned Josh to go and put in this tree. Okay, so he puts it in it's probably like May, so it's got a little time. And I look out there in June, and I'm like, it has buds. It's totally gonna make peaches. And at the time of recording this, we went out there. It has very small peaches, but they are totally ripening. There are 5 to 10 of them on this little tiny tree. And I was thinking about this because I was thinking how lucky I got that somehow it must be a really hardy breed, that I got a second opportunity to keep it alive. I have no idea if it was still sitting in its bucket, if it would have made it through another Utah winter. Maybe it would, maybe it wouldn't have. But I was just thinking about how if I behaved in my design business the way I did with this tree, my design business would have been dead already. First of all, I got lucky with the tree. And lucky is a really hard way to run a business, right? If we're taking care of our garden or our plants, we're making sure to actually put it in the ground so the roots have someplace to go. We're actually watering it every day. It's getting sunshine. And then with this peach tree, I know eventually we're going to have to start pruning it, because I've heard that they get really crazy. Those of you who are great gardeners are probably shouting at me, yes, Carina, you've got to prune it and you've got to take care of it. Once again, did I just also say, I don't live up to my namesake. I married into this name, you guys, this whole gardener name. Anyway, if I treated my design business the way I've treated this peach tree, I would not have a design business. We really, as design business owners, we have to really nourish our business every single day. So we have to water it. We have to prune it. We have to pay attention to it. When it's time to harvest, we're going to harvest, right? We're going to make the money from it. But your design business, so here's another example. Okay, because you guys are getting all of the awesome gardener examples of how I really struggle to remember certain plants. This summer, Charlie is my youngest. His assignment was to water my pots in the back porch. Okay, that was his, like, one of his chores. He actually, at the time of recording this, he just turned 10. So he's 9. He's 9 this whole summer doing this. And he completely forgot in the middle of July to water it for like a week. And this parent forgot to remind him to water it. So I go out there, it was like the second week of July, and I just look at what's going on, and everything had died. Like, it was totally dead. There was no flowers left. Everything was dead. And I was like, that's not so good. And here's the thing, you guys, and I say this all the time to my designers: if you do not have a daily system set up or a weekly system for submitting your files, and instead you stop submitting files for a certain amount of time, your business is dead. Okay? Like, you have to be submitting files all the time in order to have a design business. Now, the only exception to that is when you're in that residual income phase, which usually takes a very long time to get to. You guys know I talk about in Design Boot Camp. I'm in that residual income phase. But it's so crazy because I say that, and yet we are working really hard on a new shop. Okay, where all our other shops are fine, we're working really hard on a new shop. And so that's where we're spending all of our time and energy in my design business so that we can grow revenue in that shop. So I really think if you are not watering every day, aka designing every day, and then spending time uploading those designs every day, then eventually your design business dies, right? There's just like, it's nothing. Now, you might be able to revive it, right? Like, after a few months, you might be like, I'm coming back to it. I'm going to revive it. But think how much effort it takes to get that thing back on track. I was thinking about this actually, not about design businesses, but about businesses. I know businesses that will like shut down for a few months, or they'll take a break from social media for like a month, or things like that. And you kind of watch that business kind of slowly and surely tank. And it is very, very fascinating to me that like we don't treat our businesses the way we would our garden. And I'm saying this for those of you who are good gardeners, that you pay attention to your garden, that we have to really nurture it every day in order to help it to grow. And especially for think about some plants that take a long time to get going. Sometimes you see nothing. There's like a seed in there, but you literally see nothing. That's what you're doing in your business. There are like little roots growing and sprouting, but you can't see anything because you're busy building a great foundation. And in a design suite in particular, we really, really love building that foundation, because I know if in the first year you can build the roots for your entire design business, then when you start growing that trunk, there's something really steady for it to stand on, right? And everyone loves the flower, everybody loves the leaves because that looks so pretty. But at the end of the day, good design businesses have great foundations and roots. And that's the stuff nobody else sees. No one sees you submitting every week, uploading every week, deciding which shops you're going to be in, what contracts you're going to get, spending all this time strategizing, building great digital previews. Like, these are the things nobody's paying attention or seeing. All they're seeing is the beautiful flowers. And I'm here to tell you, those of you with a lot of beautiful flowers but no foundation, at some point it cracks. So what you need to build is a really strong root structure so that you can move forward. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully you now know my skills as a gardener, and that I have just made the decision that My garden right now is my design business because I know that that is a great place for me and that eventually I will become a great gardener. It's just probably not anytime soon. All right, guys, thanks for joining me today. I hope you had fun in this episode. Hey, by the way, if you're here and you've been listening for a while, and guess what? There are thousands of you here listening, and I don't have that many reviews. Could you please do me a favor and please jump on and leave me a review? It means everything to me, and it helps me be able to continue to give you guys great content. I really want to help you out, help you stay motivated, help you hear what you need to hear about being a great designer, and that comes from you guys helping me out by reviewing it and sharing it with other people. All right, guys, I'll talk to you soon.
Hey, did you know that you can visit me at makeanddesign.com to learn more about this podcast and join my VIP group for weekly freebies? I can't wait to see you there.